Soft shoes on a wooden floor, shadows drifting through the night. Your hand found its way to mine under the jukebox light. We were just two Sunday dreamers in a small town Friday hall. Band had finished, night was quiet, but the jukebox played for all. You dropped a quarter in the slot there, picked a song you knew I'd like. I could feel my heartbeat doubling as you pulled me in so tight. Every color on that chrome face turned the darkness into gold. All the years we hadn't lived yet seemed to shimmer bright and bold. I remember how you whispered, "Stay with me till morning light," and we swayed like we were floating in that tender color night. Under the jukebox light, my love, where the world felt small and kind, you were holding me so close as the record turned in time. Every spin a little promise, every note a shining sign that my heart would learn forever how to beat along with yours and mine. Under the jukebox light, summers passed in Ferris wheel circles, cotton candy laughing skies. We would drive with windows open, car radio and fireflies. When the fairground lights were fading, we'd go back to that old hall, sneaking through the side door quietly till we heard that jukebox call. You would lean against the counter, tap a rhythm with your hand. I'd kick off my shoes and listen to our favorite little band. All the songs about forever felt like they were ours to keep as we spun in dusty moonbeams that would rock the town to sleep. Under the jukebox light, my love, with your cheek against my hair, we were rich in little moments. We were young and didn't care. Every coin that hit the metal, every tune on Friday night made a picture we still carry in the corners of our hearts so bright. Under the jukebox light, now the hall is long forgotten, and the jukebox gathers dust, but our days are full of mornings, built on dancing, built on trust. There's a porch light by our doorway, there's a kitchen radio. You still spin me by the sink there, our quiet evenings glow. Though the world has gotten louder and the nights are not as clear, when you turn the dial to slow songs, it's that same old atmosphere. We have dishes in the basin, we have letters on a shelf, we have all the little stories that we wrote for no one else. When the house is finally silent and the children fall asleep, there's a love that keeps on playing in a groove that runs so deep. If the years should try to shake us, if the days should blur our eyes, we will find that faded record in the stars of summer skies. Under the jukebox light, my love, even if it's far away, I can see us in the doorway of that gentle yesterday. Every touch upon my shoulder, every slow dance in our life, turns our little living room now to that small town Friday night. Under the jukebox light, under the jukebox light, soft shoes on a wooden floor, old songs in the softest key. As long as the music's in you, you'll be shining over me. When the room is almost darkened and the world slips out of sight, we'll be dancing in our memories under the jukebox. Love begins Tuesday, then a cloud moves summer skies. Love began before my eyes. Summer lights blinking at the small town fair, paper cups and laughter floating in the air. I was by the gate with a ticket in my hand when the first cool raindrops darkened all the sand. You came up beside me with your jacket and a grin, said, I've got an umbrella, wanna let me in? We ran through puddles past the cotton candy stand to the Ferris wheel car where you took my shaking hand. The ground fell away and the night turned still. Raindrops on the meadow, hush on the hill. Your whisper floated through the carnival tune, and all I heard was you and that quiet little moon. Ferris wheel kisses high in the sky, holding on to you as the world rolls by. Fairground lights below like necklaces of gold, two shy hearts together, not afraid of getting old. Ferris wheel kisses slow and sweet, rain on the railing, your hand on my cheek. Right then and there I knew what forever is, caught in your Ferris wheel kisses. found our ways, meeting after closing on those Saturday days, driving down the back roads with the windows halfway down, car radio playing that soft, slow sound, dashboard glowing in a tender amber light. You reached for my fingers at a red sign in the night. We talked about tomorrow in that parking lot glow, tracing little circles in the fog on the window. And every simple moment felt like that first ride. Sky all around us, your arms open wide. Even when the music faded soft and low, I heard that Ferris wheel wherever we'd go. Ferris wheel kisses high in the sky, holding on to us as the years roll by. Fairground lights below like necklaces of gold, two true hearts together, growing brave and old. Ferris wheel kisses slow and sweet, rain on the railing, your hand on my cheek. Every passing season showed me what love is, spinning on Ferris wheel kisses. Now it's many years later, on a weekday noon, rain painting silver on the avenue. I'm clearing up glasses at the corner cafe, watching hurried footsteps blurring shades of gray. You appear outside in your worn old coat, still humming that melody we long ago wrote. You tap on the window with that same soft smile, and I'm back on that Ferris wheel for a little while. We don't need bright tickets or a carnival song. We've been riding this circle our whole lives long. If we ever grow tired or somehow lose our way, we'll meet by the fairground on a rainy day. Ferris wheel kisses high in the sky, holding on to love as the clocks go by. Fairground lights of memory glowing soft and gold, two warm hearts together, still not afraid of old. Ferris wheel kisses slow and sweet, rain on the window, your arm round my seat. Every road we traveled led us back to this, living in Ferris wheel kisses. When the midway's quiet and the night wind sighs, I still see forever in your eyes.
Wipers drawing rhythm on the glass, city lights are swimming as I pass. Radio is humming our old refrain, your name on my lips like a quiet refrain. On the seat beside me in the dashboard glow are all the words you wrote me long ago. Envelopes of faded corners, soft and warm, but every line still feels like it was born. I pull up to the curb and let it play, that little love song from a younger day. And in the mirror, through the silver streams, I see you smiling like you do in dreams. Letters in the rain, ink a little blurred, but the meaning stays the same. Every gentle line brings your heartbeat right up close to mine. Though you're far away, I whisper your name, holding to your letters in the rain, till the day you're in my arms again. I'll keep reading letters in the rain. I remember evenings by the riverside. Dusk was laying colors on the tide. You would trace your future in the sand so light. I would promise I'll be back each night. Then the world got wider than our little town. Trains and ticking stations, journeys up and down. You said, write me stories when you have to go. So I filled the pages with the things I know. How the river shimmered when you held my hand, how we heard the music from a distant band, how the first soft I love you I said still echoes in the letters that you read. Letters in the rain, ink a little blurred, but the meaning stays the same. Every gentle line brings your heartbeat right up close to mine. Though you're far away, I whisper your name, holding to your letters in the rain, till the day you're in my arms again. I'll keep reading letters in the rain. Now I'm sitting by a foggy window pane, coffee growing cold beside your name, watching all the strangers hurry down the street. Every pair of footsteps sounds like yours to me. I take a brand new page and let it start, pouring every mile between us from my heart. And as the raindrops strum a soft refrain, I write, my love, I'm on my way again. Someday when the clouds have all rolled by, I'll find you where the river meets the sky. We'll walk that fading path we used to know, fireflies around us in the evening glow. You'll hold up every note I ever sent, laugh about the ink and what I meant, and in your arms beneath the gentle moon, we'll make a promise we'll be leaving soon. No more letters in the rain, just your hand in mine and the rustle of your name. Every gentle line living in your eyes instead of mine. But until that night, through distance and pain, I'll keep your words close like a warm the day you're in my arms again. I'll keep reading letters in the rain, always keeping letters in the rain, always keeping letters in the rain.
Jamaga ringing in the corner chrome, color lights shining like a little home, wood floor humming to a sweet backbeat, heartbeats dancing where the records meet. You walked in slow with your collar neat, polished shoes and 2 left feet. I was standing by the punch bowl stand, holding paper cups with a nervous hand. You dropped a coin in the silver side, pressed our tune with a quiet pride. As the needle found the groove just right, you turned and held me in the colored light. Jukebox hearts tonight, spinning round and round. Every little note lifts us off the ground. Hold me close and don't let go of tight. Let our love play on. Jukebox hearts tonight, jukebox hearts tonight. In this painted hall where a simple song can say it all. If the world outside feels black and white, we'll live in color with jukebox hearts tonight. Ooh. We swayed in time to the snare soft snap, trumpets sighing like a tender nap. My cheek resting where your shirt felt warm, safe and quiet from the winter storm. You whispered dreams about a job next year, saving up for a small place near. Said we can buy a record of our own, so this little song can follow us home. I felt the rhythm in your steady chest, every little beat saying this is best. And when the chorus came back sweet and slow, I knew there was nowhere else to go. Jukebox hearts tonight, spinning round and round. Every little note lifts us off the ground. Hold me close and don't let go of tight. Let our love play on. Jukebox hearts tonight, jukebox hearts tonight. In this painted hall where a simple song can say it all. If the world outside feels black and white, we'll live in color with jukebox hearts tonight. Ooh. Ooh. Years may change the way this old place looks, new kids dancing to their favorite hooks, but we'll still slip in on a Friday late, sharing one more dance by the swinging gate. We'll see our faces in the shining chrome, older now but never alone. And when we hear that trumpet start to sigh, we'll find our youth in the blink of an eye. Some folks chase big city nights, neon signs and endless lights, but I just need your hand in mine and a little song in 3/4 time. When life goes fast and the colors fade and grown-up worries make us afraid, we'll come back here just to feel alright, letting one small record take my coat, say it's time to go. But in my chest long after we lose sight, our love keeps spinning. Jukebox hearts tonight. Jukebox hearts tonight.
Night train singing down the silver line, street lights dripping on the yellow sign. Your hand trembling as you spoke my name, raindrops tapping on the window pane. You wore my sweater and your father's hat, little suitcase where your life was at. Steam was rising from the tracks below, whistle crying soft and low. We shared an umbrella by the platform edge, water running down the iron ledge. You said it's only for a little while, with rainy lashes and a brave small smile. I kissed your fingers where the ink has stained from all the letters that you never mailed. You whispered, darling, please remember me, as the conductor called all aboard track 3. I'll be waiting in the rain, where the city streets remember your name. Under every trembling streetlight glow, I feel your hand and I won't let go. If the nights grow long and the days feel strange, I'll be waiting in the rain, baby, till you're in my arms again. You'll find me waiting, waiting in the rain. Weeks turned into months on the calendar wall, paper circles like a slow snowfall. Your handwriting on the kitchen chair, letters scattered like yours sitting there in the cafe window on a windy street. I watched the raindrops chase each other's feet, stirring coffee I could barely taste, reading every word you didn't waste. You said the city lights are big and bright, but I dream of our little station night. I traced your name where the ink ran thin, like the rain outside on the glass again. I'll be waiting in the rain, where the city streets remember your name. Under every trembling streetlight glow, I feel your hand and I won't let go. If the nights grow long and the days feel strange, I'll be waiting in the rain, baby, till you're in my arms again. You'll find me waiting, waiting in the rain. Driving home with the car radio low, dashboard humming with a gentle glow, our old love song on the After Dark show, like a secret only we could know. I pulled to the curb where the buses pass, watch the water riding on the glass. Every passing face beneath an open sky looked a little like you walking by. Some folks say that distance makes love fade away, like chalk on a sidewalk on a rainy day. But I feel you nearer with each drop that falls, like your footsteps echo down the station walls. If the years keep turning and the seasons change, if the timetable shifts and the world rearrange, just follow every memory along that line. You'll find me where the raindrops shine. I'll be waiting in the rain, where the city streets remember your name. Under every trembling streetlight glow, I feel your hand and I won't let go. If the nights grow old and the years seem strange, I'll be waiting in the rain, when the whistle cries and you step off that train. Run to me waiting, waiting in the rain. Night trains fading down the silver line, empty platform in the soft moonshine, till your shadow falls in my arms again. I'll be standing here, waiting in the rain. Somewhere the band plays soft tonight, hands in your pockets, same old shy smile.
I almost turned and let the moment pass, heart beating faster than it did in the past.
The summer fair was humming low,
music drifting where the river flows.
I said your name and you turned around,
And all those missing years came tumbling down.
we laughed like strangers,
We talked like friends,
like every might have been could make amends. Under Ferris wheel lights, your hand found mine like it used to do. Under Ferris wheel lights, the world turned slow while I turned back to you. Oh, little sparks in the summer air,
soft as a prayer on a warm night's breeze.
under Ferris wheel lights, my love, you came back to me. Do you remember how we used to write, ink on our fingers late at night?
Your folded letters on my windowsill, words about forever and the distant hills.
Then one last note said, don't you wait.
I took that train and left our town gate.
I tried to move on, I tried to stay strong,
But a piece of my heart stayed where we belong.
now every line that I let fade
Comes back in every step we've made,
as if those pages turned to light and led you here tonight. Under Ferris wheel lights, your laugh You came back to me. We took the ride and the ground fell small, tiny as troubles we can't recall. Up in the sky with the town below, we finally said the things we meant to show. You said, I'm sorry that I walked away. I said, I've wished for just this day. And in that swing on the evening breeze, we found our hearts again with quiet ease. Maybe love just needed time to circle round and draw us back in line. Maybe all the stories we thought were through were just waiting for a different view. Second chances don't always come, but here we are, not on the run, with river dust and carnival sound. We'll let this tender love stay on the ground. Under Ferris wheel lights, we're not the kids that we used to be. Under Ferris wheel lights, but somehow you're still home to me. All of the roads that we walked alone have led us back where our hearts agree. Under Ferris wheel lights, my love, you came back to me. Stay till the music fades to blue. Stay till the last bright bow grows dim. Under Ferris wheel lights, my love, let's start again. Quiet house, ticking clock, one small light on over the sink. You hum along to a tune you know, while I just stand and think. There's a row of pictures on our old fridge door, smiling faces from the years before, little ticket stubs in a magnet's hole, from a summer night when we were bold. You're drying dishes with your sleeves rolled high, steam on the window, stars in the sky. And in this moment, like a gentle wave, I hear the music from the old fair days. All these years have a way of flying, but in your eyes that girl's still shining. Every time the world feels big and strange, your hand in mine never seems to change. When the fair lights fade and the midway's closing, and the riverside wind grows cool and late, when the laughter falls like scattered roses, I still love you when the fair lights fade. When the fair lights fade and the night grows quiet, and the music drifts like a distant parade, when the crowds go home and the stars take over, I'm still yours when the fair lights fade. I remember walking by the evening stream, water catching every neon beam. You wore a ribbon in your dark brown hair, like a little banner for the fair. We by the Ferris wheel. You said, is this really how love can feel? With every slow turn of that creaking ride, I felt forever standing by your side. You whispered low, if the lights go dim, promise my heart will stay with him. I took your hand and I softly swore I'll love you when there's nothing shining anymore. When the fair lights fade and the midway's closing and the riverside wind grows cool and late, when the laughter falls like scattered roses, I'll still love you when the fair lights fade. When the fair lights fade and the night grows quiet and the music drifts like a distant parade, when the crowds go home and the stars take over, I'm still yours when the fair lights fade. Now it's just us in this kitchen glow, old clock ticking soft and slow. You pour me coffee in that chip blue cup, say we've had some turns but we're still showing up. There's a gentle dance in the way you move, a quiet rhythm only we can prove. We don't need rides or a carnival song. Your beating heart is where I belong. Someday our hair will all turn gray and the town might change and the fair go away, but I'll keep your picture in my soul's deep frame. Every summer night I'll whisper your name if our steps grow slow and our voices thin, sway in the kitchen where it all stayed in. 'Cause love's not just fireworks, bright and brave, it's holding you close when the fair lights fade. When the fair lights fade and the midway's closing and the riverside wind grows cool and late, when the bright young days feel far behind us, I'll still love you when the fair lights fade. When the fair lights fade, let the world keep turning, let the music dim and the banners fray. I'll be by your side in this warm small light, still yours when the fair lights fade. Soft house sleeping night half made, you in my arms, all debts repaid. Every day and every shade, I love you when the fair lights fade. Night falls on the shore. I'm at your door. Rain is on the cobblestones, lantern flicker pale and low. I can see the little cafe where we used to hide from snow. Through the window in the corner, there you sit the way you did, hands around a cup of coffee like a dream I never hid. All the letters, all the waiting, all your careful slanting lines lead me back to this small harbor, to your eyes that once met mine. Walk me by the sea, darling, stay with me, where the moonlight paints the water silver blue and free. Let the wind remember what we used to be. Hold my hand and softly walk me by the sea. After all the years that kept you far from me, let this night begin again. Walk me by the sea. wake up and start to tremble like you're waking from a song. I can see you trying to measure if my heart still beats as strong. Then you smile, that little half smile that I carried through the years. Suddenly the crowded silence turns to laughter through our tears. We talk low about the distance, ships and trains and changing skies, but the one thing never changing is the way you fill my eyes. Walk me by the sea, darling, stay with me, where the moonlight paints the water silver, blue and free. Let the wind remember what we used to be. Hold my hand and softly walk me by the sea. After all the years that kept you far from me, let this night begin again. Walk me by the sea. Promenade, the gulls cry salt and jasmine in the air. Every footprint in the shoreline feels like we were always there. You lean in against my shoulder while the breakers roll inside, and the past falls off behind us like a wave that's running dry. If tomorrow brings its troubles, we will meet them, you and I. But tonight the only promise is your hand inside of mine. Time moves like the tide upon the sand, washing out the castles that we planned. But every word you wrote and every memory led me to this moment by the sea. Walk me by the sea, darling, stay with me. Let the band inside my chest keep gentle company. Every step beside you sets my heart at ease. Hold me close and slowly walk me by the sea. If the years keep flowing like the endless tide, I will walk this shoreline always at your side. From the cafe window to the shining quay, I'll be yours forever. Walk me by the sea. Stay and walk with me. Love me by the sea.
Turn the lights down low. Spin that record slow.
Let's not alone, set for round a second hold. Try to stir inside of her on the door.
Night wind in him house snows and the breeze blow. You drop the needle down and let the magic flow. We don't need diamonds, we don't need gold, just your spin that record slow. Out beyond the window, city hums and sighs, headlights tracing silver lines across the sky.
But in a little corner, time moves sweet and kind. Your heartbeat keeping rhythm with this soul of mine.
We'll stack our worries by the old door frame.
Let the crackling vinyl your name.
Every turn in circles says we'll never let go. Spin that record slow, let the love songs play till the candles glow. Hold me closer than you've ever held before. Sway me through the shadows on this wooden floor. If the world feels fast and we don't quite know, baby, we'll be fine if we spin that record slow.
Years will hang their pictures in the lines we wear.
Faded little moments in your shining hair.
We'll climb these narrow stairways when the day is done,
And still find music waiting when the night's begun.
if the rain starts beating on the window pane.
If the bills stack higher and we feel the strain,
Promise me, darling, when you're feeling low,
you'll put that record on and let the feeling grow. We'll dance right through the trouble in the soft room glow. Spin that record slow, let the love songs play till our hearts both know every note is saying we'll be alright. Turning through the seasons in this gentle light. When the world rushes by and we can't let go, baby, pull me close and spin that record slow.
spin that record slow.
Spin that record slow. In your arms I found my home. When the night wind blows,
Spin that record slow.
spin that record slow.
Turn the lights down low.
Spin that record slow. Spin that record slow.
Rain outside the cafe, neon sign is softly humming. Chairs are stacked along the wall. Steam is fading from the counter. There's no music, no last call. But I'm holding to this coffee cup, watching raindrops slide and race on the window where our laughter used to fill this little place. Every shadow on the pavement looks a bit like me and you, walking out into the evening, not sure what our hearts would do. And there's rain outside the cafe, but sunshine here with you. In every cup we shared before, and every see you soon. from the weather, cheeks all rosy from the cold, dropping gloves upon the table, telling stories you'd been told. I would stir a little sugar in just to buy a bit more time, as the streetcar bells were ringing like a distant warning chime. Ooh, we would trace our names in circles on the fogged up window pane, making promises in whispers while the city called our names. Now there's rain outside the cafe, but you're in every chair, in the clink of cups and saucers. I can feel you sitting there. When the late shift wipes the tables down and the world is almost through, my whole life begins and ends in rain outside the cafe with you. We've got bills upon the fridge now, shoes lined up beside the door, kitchen light that burns till morning, children sleeping on the floor. But whenever storms come rolling and the night feels cold and wide, I can see that little table with you sitting by my side. So when there's rain outside the cafe and the years feel worn and few, I will pour us both some coffee at our kitchen table too. Let it drum against the window like it always used to do. In my heart there's always waiting rain outside the cafe with you. Outside the cafe, right here with you. Tide was tracing silver on the stones. Evening brushed the window soft and gold. You were standing by the railing there alone, by the harbor where the waves came in so slow. I was walking with my collar turned up high, carrying a day I couldn't hide. Then your smile broke gentle through the spray, like the very first light on a cloudy day. You pointed to a little painted door, said, coming from the wind, we can talk some more. And as a raindrop started writing on the night, I followed you into that golden light. Seaside cafe tonight, rain on the glass and your hand in mine. Outside the waves keep breaking in the light, but it's warm where your shoulder touches mine. Seaside cafe tonight, radio low and the future bright. If this is love, let it start right here in our seaside cafe tonight. We found a quiet table by the wall. Steam from all the teacups hit us both. You drew tiny boats along the paper cloth, spoke of places you had always hoped to go. I said I'd never been too far from here, just this strip of sea and cobblestone. You said maybe we could see the world one year, and something in my restless heart felt home. Now every time the clouds begin to gray, we meet beneath that same soft sign, and I learn the truth you never say, in the way the lamplight lingers in your eyes. Seaside cafe tonight, rain on the glass and your hand in mine. Outside the waves keep breaking in the light, but it's warm where your shoulder touches mine. Seaside cafe tonight, radio low and the future bright. If this is love, let it start right here in our seaside cafe night. Someday the rain will clear and skies will blue, sunlight dancing where the showers were. We'll walk that promenade with nothing left to prove, every step a little closer, me and you. Maybe we'll find a house above the shore, windows open to the evening tide, and we'll smile about the night it all began, with a rainy window and you sitting by my side. Tonight the wind is tapping at the panes, footsteps fading softly down the street. You are tracing circles in your cup again, searching for the right words as you speak. You say, I don't know where this could all go, but it feels like I've been waiting all this time. So I take your hand and answer low, let the whole world start with you and I. Seaside cafe tonight, rain on the glass and your hand in mine. Outside the waves keep breaking in the light, but it's warm where your shoulder touches mine. Seaside cafe tonight, if you will stay till the morning light. Every road our hearts will ever find will lead back to this seaside cafe tonight. Every road our hearts will ever find leads back to this seaside cafe tonight. when the jukebox played. Sha-la-la, sha-la-la, when the jukebox plays. We were walking down the sidewalk, rain was falling soft and slow. You were laughing under my umbrella, street lights in a silver glow. On the corner by the old hall, you can hear that distant beat. Someone opened up the doorway, spilling music on the street.
You said let's go in a minute, just to get out of the rain. But I saw the way you swayed there, like you already knew my name. And my heart turned on
when the jukebox plays. Every little scratch and echo takes me back to those days when you slipped your hand in mine and the whole world slipped away. I still fall in love again when the jukebox plays. Inside the floor was worn and shining from 1,000 dancing shoes. Colored lights upon your shoulders made a halo out of blues. You were humming with a record, cheeks so close against my own. In that small town dance hall, darkness felt like we were all alone.
Every spin around that room wrote a promise in my chest. If the night could last forever, I would never need the rest. 'Cause my heart turns on when the jukebox plays. Every chord that rolls and lingers lights a fire in your gaze. When you lean into my arms and the noise just fades away, I still find that first night magic when the jukebox plays. Now the years have brought us homeward, porch light glowing soft and warm. Kitchen clock keeps steady ticking while the world outruns the storm.
But when you flip our little radio and an old song starts to rise,
I can see that dance hall ceiling in the shine of your sweet eyes.
and my heart sings on when the jukebox plays. Though it's just our kitchen floor now, and the night feels far away, we still sway like younger strangers in those borrowed dance hall days. I grow new in love with you when the jukebox plays. So hold me closer, darling, if the world should fade to gray.
We'll be standing in that doorway, hearing softly far away.
My heart will always find you in that warm and gentle haze.
Every time our song comes on,
when the jukebox plays. Sha-la-la, sha-la-la, when the jukebox plays.
sha-la-la, 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 sha-la-la,
When the jukebox plays.
sha-la-la, 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 sha-la-la,
When the jukebox plays.
rain on the sidewalk, neon on the ground.
Footsteps in the distance, such a familiar sound.
saw you waiting by the corner in the rain, with your small black umbrella and that look again.
Streetcars humming softly as the night rolled by. All the years between us disappeared on sight.
I said your name so gently like I used to do. You turned around and suddenly the world felt new.
Ooh, every empty evening that I walk alone led me down this shining street that brings me home.
We were only children when we said goodbye, under station rafters with the teardrop sky.
Now the same wet weather brings you back to me,
and we're standing
where we're meant to be, under one umbrella in the pouring rain. I can feel our yesterday return again. Every street light shining like a second chance, holding you and swaying in a slow romance. If the storm keeps falling, let it fall this way. Long as we are side by side at close of day, drop by drop we're softly finding words to say. We belong under one umbrella.
Under one umbrella. Ooh. I watched you walking through the mist along the tracks.
Heard your promise echo, said you'd soon come back.
Life went on in circles, seasons turned and changed, but the thought of you kept burning through the rain.
Now your coat is damp and there's a curl behind your ear, just the way I saw you all those golden years.
All the restless nights I spent in city glow fade into the puddles where our footsteps go.
Through the cafe window in the foggy glass,
we can see our younger faces slowly pass,
dreaming of a doorway of a simple key, of the light that awaits for you and me. Under one umbrella in the pouring rain, I can feel our yesterday return again. Every street light shining like a second chance, holding you and swaying in a slow romance. If the storm keeps falling, let it fall this way. Long as we are side by side at close of day, drop by drop we're softly finding words to say. We belong under one umbrella.
your porch light glowing at the end of our small lane.
Every tiny raindrop on your wooden stake
Feels like every promise that we left back there.
you reach and hang the umbrella by the door.
I feel my heart remembering what it longed for.
In this little hallway where the shadows fall,
We're a quiet kind of love after all. Maybe we were always meant to take the long way.
maybe every lonely night was just a roadway.
Ooh, leading us together on this rainy night,
Back to where the future meets the porch light bright.
if the skies grow heavy and the winds grow cold,
We will have each other like the days of old.
two hands intertwined, whatever weather comes.
Sheltered in the beating of our drums, under one umbrella in the silver rain, we can let the past come washing clean again. Every wet stone shining like a tender vow. I am here, I'm holding on to you right now. If the storm keeps singing, let it sing our song. We've been waiting softly for this all along. Heart to heart together, this is how we know we belong under one umbrella.
Under one umbrella. Ooh. Close the door so under one umbrella, me and you.
Street in the rain.
I saw you standing by the traffic light, collar turned up to the silver night.
I almost turned and walked the other way, heart not sure what it wanted to say.
Smile beneath your umbrella shade, raindrops dancing on the plans we made.
You said it's been so long, how have you been? And all at once the years fell paper thin. The city blurred
like tears on glass,
but something in your eyes pulled me back to the past.
Our street in the rain,
where the lights blur gold and blue. Every step leads me back to you.
our street in the rain,
with your hand in mine again. I remember who we've been when the world feels strange and far away.
I find my heart again
on our street in the rain.
We found a window in a corner cafe, steam on the glass, watching people sway.
Saxophone soft from a radio glow, tracing old songs that we used to know.
You stirred your coffee like you used to do, hands still shaking when you looked at me too.
I said I tried to love, but it felt untrue. Every road, every song led back to you.
The raindrops wrote our names in lines
On the pain like all I have forgotten signs. Our street in the rain, where the lights blur gold and blue. Every step leads me back to you. Our street in the rain, with your hand in mine again. I remember who we've been when the world feels strange and far away. I find my heart again on our street in the rain.
I drove you home past the midnight store,
Dashboard glowing like it did before.
we let the car radio play it slow.
Some old soul tune from years ago.
You traced a circle on the window pane.
I whispered maybe we could try again.
The wipers kept the time, the city side,
And we just let the silence be our guide. In your kitchen now with the small light on, all the hurt between us almost gone.
You touched my face like a fragile glass,
Saying let's stop running from our past.
we can't go back, but we can start anew with every drop that falls. the rain.
So when the storm comes around someday,
we'll meet where it began, that way, side by side, hand in hand again, on our street in the rain. On our street in the rain. Ooh, on our street in the rain.
raindrops on the window, soft radio low. We sit inside this little corner cafe. Raindrops racing down the glass. The world outside is silver and gray, but in your eyes the years roll past.
I see that boy with a careless smile, holding my hand by the sea. Waves and wind on the old promenade. You said you'd always walk with me.
And through every stormy weather, we've come home side by side. One simple flame forever, in the doorway where we hide. Porch light love, shining warm and steady, waiting at the door when the night turns heavy, when our hearts feel tired and the day's been rough. I'm coming home to our porch light love. Porch light love, in the midnight rain, aglow in the dark, calling out my name. Through all these years, it's always enough to find my way by our porch light love. I still recall that seaside night, moon caught in the foaming tide. You wore my coat and you held on tight, said I'll be yours for all my life.
We swapped our dreams like folded notes, passed them back and forth with care. Your pretty script on those yellowed lines said where you are, my heart is there.
And when the nights ran colder,
you'd call before first light.
we built a life on little things and left this promise burning bright. Porch light love, shining warm and steady, waiting at the door when the night turns heavy, when our hearts feel tired and the day's been rough. I'm coming home to our porch light love. Porch light love, in the midnight rain, aglow in the dark, calling out my name. Through all these years, it's always enough to find my way by our porch light love. Now we walk that seaside road once more, sand clinging softly to our shoes.
Your hair is touched by a silver strand, but I still see the girl I knew.
We laugh about the fights we've had, the dreams that changed along the way.
You lean on me as the night wind blows, and still I hear you softly say,
if the rain keeps falling, we'll just let it fall. We've weathered bigger skies above. If the lights go out in this old small town, we've still got this one love. When the road seems longer than it used to be, and our steps grow slow and few, I'll leave that little light burning on our porch, so I can always come back to you. Porch light love, shining warm and steady, stronger every year, and our hearts stay ready. When the world feels heavy and the night feels rough, I'm coming home to our porch light love. Porch light love in the midnight rain, aglow in the dark, calling out my name. If I lose my way when the night's too tough, I'll still be found by our porch light love. Raindrops fade and the stars above,
but here we stay in our porch light love. Summer in the distance. Music in the air. I was standing by the midway with the tickets in my hand, cotton candy on my finger, dusty shoes in fairground sand. Then you touched my shoulder gently, said I've saved this ride for two. In the glow of painted horses, all I saw was only you. Every light was softly trembling, like the words we couldn't say, but your smile was like a promise that the night would never fade. Ferris wheel nights, turning so slow, hearts learning how to move where the warm winds blow. Up in the sky, holding you tight, love found its way. Ferris wheel nights, stars in your eyes, rise, hands intertwined as the world rolled by. Nothing felt wrong, everything right, since you and I met on those Ferris wheel nights. Later on by that old dance hall, jukebox softly shined, we were swaying in the doorway to some sweet old 4/4 time. You were humming with the record, I was tracing your small ring. Every spin and every shuffle like more than just a flame. All the years of quiet longing played with your hair, and I knew that every sunrise I would wish to see you there. Ferris wheel nights, still in my mind, colors in the dark that the years can't hide. If ever we're lost, if we lose our way, I'll find you again where the fair lights play. Ferris wheel nights, fade on the breeze, jukebox on the corner and the swaying trees. Day after day, into our lives, I keep hearing echoes of Ferris wheel nights. Ferris wheel nights, soft and real. Ferris wheel nights, every quiet morning, how your touch still feels. As long as you're here, I'll hold this time, living every day inside. Ferris wheel nights, Ferris wheel nights, Ferris wheel nights. Summer never ended. When your hand found mine.
Radio soft, evening sky and rose. I'm headed to the place where the dashboard glows. I remember how you'd slide across that front seat slow, skirt catching in the breeze, cheeks touched with gold. We'd follow that river where the town lights fade, let the car roll easy down the willow shade.
You tap your fingers on the steering wheel, humming to the songs like they were ours for real. You'd laugh and say, let's stay until the last star shows, parked by the water where the dashboard glows.
Now the evening's just a shadow with no hand in mine, but I chase the same white lines. Every turn I take still seems to know where my heart learned to go, where the dashboard goes and the river sighs. I'm watching for your smile in the fading sky. Car radio low, playing soft and slow. I'm waiting in the dark where the dashboard glows. Where the dashboard glows, that's where I'll be, with an open seat beside me just in case you're free. If you ever miss the place our young hearts chose, come find me by the river where the dashboard glows. You left with your suitcase on an early train, chasing some bright city through the window rain. You wrote from a distance on a folded page, your handwriting dancing like it couldn't be caged. You said, I'm learning my way, but I still see you.
Every time the evening turns that same soft blue, if the road leads back to the life we know, could you meet me by the river where the dashboard glows?
So I keep this little imagination said the way we had. Every old love song, every tender brass, I whispered to the night air through the window slow. Bring her back to the place she used to know, where the dashboard glows and the river sighs. I'm watching for your smile in the fading sky. Car radio low, playing soft and slow. I'm waiting in the dark where the dashboard glows. Where the dashboard glows, that's where I'll be, with an open seat beside me just in case you're free. If you ever miss the place our young hearts chose, come find me by the river where the dashboard glows. Maybe you're out walking on some shining street with 1,000 city windows and 1,000,000 busy feet. But if a quiet evening leaves you feeling small, just remember, there's a road that still remembers it all.
There's a curve by the willow and a gentle bend, where the lights on the dash make the darkness your friend. And if a saxophone is crying on the radio, it's me calling out through the afterglow.
Where the dashboard glows, if you see those beams, that's the boy who held you in your cotton dreams. Car radio low, playing songs we know. I'm waiting at the edge where the soft waves flow. Where the dashboard glows when the night winds rise, I'll be there forever with the same old eyes. If the world feels heavy and your bright path slows, come rest your weary heart where the dashboard glows. Radio soft as the river rolls, I'll be here, love, where the dashboard glows. Rain on the pavement, echoes of your name. Street lights flicker like an old refrain.
I walk alone down these familiar streets, footsteps splash into a distant beat. Your letters folded in my coat inside, ink a little faded with the time gone by.
Through a fogged up window at the corner cafe, I see reflections from a younger day. Two silhouettes and one soft laugh, a picture in the glass of our tangled past.
I always wondered if you'd pass this way, if you still hear that old song play,
if somewhere underneath this city sky you're thinking about the last goodbye. Under the same umbrella
in the pouring rain,
keeping every raindrop
off your face again, holding you a little closer than I dared back then.
Under the same umbrella,
falling back in love again. Under the same umbrella,
Heartbeats dancing to a Motown beat.
If the years must turn and drift us far, meet me under the same umbrella.
Wherever we are,
I came back home on a restless wind, suitcase heavier with what ifs within.
your photographs pressed between the pages worn. Every smile a sunrise in a life once torn.
Outside the cafe, I pause in the rain, watching strangers through the window pane.
Then I see your shoulders, the tilt of your head, just like in the pictures that I never shared.
I always wondered, did your heart move on? Did you find someone to lean upon? Or did you leave a little space for me in the house we built in memory, under the same umbrella in the pouring rain,
Keeping every raindrop
off your face again, holding you a little closer than I dared back then, under the same umbrella, falling back in love again,
under the
same umbrella on a midnight street.
heartbeats dancing
To a Motown beat. If the years must turn and drift us far, meet me under the same umbrella. Wherever we are, I push the door and hear the soft bell ring.
I turn around, my
Is it really you is all I can say.
I've carried you through every mile and day.
I grab my coat and open it wide.
You lift your eyes and step
To my side.
one borrowed shelter from the storm above. Two lonely stories
Finding back to love. We walk in silence,
but it feels like song.
like every letter kept our hearts strong.
Your porch light glowing at the end of the lane.
Still shining like a lantern through the rain.
We stand there trembling on the front step stone.
No longer strangers, never quite alone. You whisper softly, can we start again? I answer, I've been waiting since way back when.
Under the
Same umbrella,
by your old front door.
we're not the kids we were before, but in this quiet, with the raindrops slow, we find the love we thought we'd let go.
Under the
Same umbrella, where the heart stays true. Every road I walk led back to you. If the world should change and fall apart, we'll stand under the same umbrella, heart to heart.
leave the porch light burning through the stormy weather.
We'll walk this long
Sweet life together.
under the same umbrella, night or day.
We'll never let this love
Wash away.
lights blur on the window pane. Your name is written in the rain. There's a little corner table by the cafe door, steam on the glass, raindrops on the floor. Unfold your letters one by one, ink a little faded from the city sun. Every line you wrote still sounds like spring, soft as a tune that the night might sing. I trace your words with a shaking hand, feeling you close in this quiet land. Outside umbrellas drift like ghosts down the street. Inside your memory takes my seat. I hear your laughter whisper low, like a distant song on the radio. Letters in the rain, your words don't wash away. Every I miss you finds me night and day. Even when the world turns gray and cold again, I still believe in love and letters in the rain. I see the station like it was last year, the echo of the whistle still in my ear. You held your suitcase, tried not to cry, said, "Write me, darling, don't let this goodbye." The train pulled out through the silver mist. I felt your promise in that final kiss. Now every drop on this midnight glass feels like a moment we let pass. I fold your pages to my heart like a prayer, hoping the miles will lead you back here. I close my eyes and I can see you running through the rain to me. Letters in the rain, your words don't wash away. Every I miss you finds me night and day. Even when the world turns gray and cold again, I still believe in love and letters in the rain. Someday the clouds will break and clear. Someday that knocking on my door will be you, my dear. We'll walk those shining streets again, share one small umbrella, not just paper and pen. And in the hush of the kitchen light, we'll spread these letters on the table at night, smiling at the tears we knew, reading how we waited and we made it through. Letters in the rain, they carried us this far. Every lonely night beneath the same old star. Even when the storms rolled in and hearts felt strained, we held on tight through love and letters in the rain. Letters in the rain, I'll write you one more line. Come home, my darling, and forever be mine. When you're in my arms, I'll softly whisper your name, and we'll laugh about the nights of letters in the rain. Streetlights fade, but the feeling stays. Your words keep shining through these rainy days, till you're here again, and I can finally explain how you lived inside my heart in letters in the rain. So it's rain on all the sidewalks, shining silver in the night. You were waiting by the timetable board, haloed in the light. I came running down the staircase, suitcase knocking at my knee. You held up that little umbrella and made some room for me. We were pressed into each other while the platform shivered cold. All the loudspeakers were crackling out the cities in bold. You were tracing tiny circles on the mist upon my coat. When they called my train, my heart jumped right into my throat. You whispered, promise you'll come back. I said, my love, I'm on that track. Every raindrop, every sigh fell between your hand and mine. Rain at platform 2, every goodbye fell softer next to you, holding you close while the engines blew, losing my heart in the gray and the blue. Every time I dream of you, I'm standing in the rain at platform 2. Now I'm driving through the midnight with the radio turned low. Red tail lights fade like memories in the dashboard glow. There's a song about a lover waiting under cloudy skies, and I see you like a picture when I close my eyes. By the station there's a cafe with the windows fogged and warm. I pull over just to watch the people shelter from the storm. In each stranger with a suitcase, I keep searching for your face. Every drop upon the glass keeps drumming out your name. I whisper, promise I'll return, the way you did when my heart burned. Through the distance, through the years, I still hear your voice so clear. Rain at platform 2, every goodbye fell softer next to you, holding you close while the engines blew, losing my heart in the gray and the blue. Every time I dream of you, I'm standing in the rain at platform 2. There's a ticket in my pocket for the first train home at dawn, and a letter that I never mailed, the ink a little worn. I'll be waiting by the timetable just the way you used to stand, with an umbrella in my fingers, hoping you'll reach for my hand. If you step out from that carriage with your suitcase by your side, I will meet you like the first time on that rainy winter night. No more leaving, no more distance, no more nights of driving through, just the sound of gentle showers and my arms around you. Let the whistles echo down the line, let the raindrops keep the perfect time. If the world keeps pulling us apart, I'll hold the station inside my heart. Every train that passes through brings me one stop closer back to you. Rain at platform 2, I'll be the shadow reaching out for you. One more embrace as the morning breaks through, promises shining in silver and blue. When my traveling days are through, I'll meet you in the rain at platform 2. I'll find my way to you in the gentle rain at platform 2. Soft rain on the rails tonight. Calliope fading in the evening air, last song drifting over the county fair. Shoes on gravel, summer standing still, hearts lined up by the Ferris wheel. You stood in line with your ticket tight, cotton candy fingers in the midway light. Hair up high in a ribbon bow, cheeks turned pink in the neon glow. I watched you laughing with your sweater thin, too shy to speak, so I just looked in till you caught my eyes in the twilight hue, and the whole fair hushed down to me and you. The wheel turned slow against the dusky sky, stars peeking out just a few up high. I heard my heart beat louder than the band when you smiled and reached for my hand under the Ferris wheel. When the lights turned low, we found a little world where the wind won't blow. Hold me close and promise what you feel. Kiss me under the Ferris wheel, under the Ferris wheel in the summer air. Nothing in my life could be more fair. If I live 100 dreams that all turn real, I'll keep the one under the Ferris wheel. We rode that circle like a silver ring. Town below was like a little string. You pointed out your porch light down the hill, said that's where Mama waits until. We talked to school and the jobs we'd find, of leaving sometimes but not too far behind. And when the cars stopped at the very top, time held its breath and refused to drop. The midway music softened to a sigh. Your lashes trembled when you closed your eyes. Above the barking games and turning rides, we made a promise the sky still hides. Under the Ferris wheel when the lights turn low, we found a little world where the wind won't blow. Hold me close and promise what you feel. Kiss me me under the Ferris wheel, under the Ferris wheel in the summer air. Nothing in my life could be more fair. If I live 100 dreams that all turn real, I'll keep the one under the Ferris wheel. Under the Ferris wheel, when our hearts were new, I found the long road that leads to you. From your mama's porch to our own small hill, it all began under the Ferris wheel. Under the Ferris wheel, and my memories bright, shining like our little porch light at night. If the world should fade and the noise turns still, I'll love you like under the Ferris wheel. Calliope fading in the evening air, but I still see you standing there. Whenever life turns like a restless reel, I'll meet you under the Ferris wheel. Soft rain on the street below. Ooh, follow me where the porch lights glow. I still see you on that corner, raindrops shining in your hair. Little city street at midnight, yellow puddles everywhere. You were holding up your sweater, trying not to catch the cold. So I opened up my umbrella, gave you half of what I'd hold. Every car that splashed beside us drew a silver line of light, but it felt like we were walking all alone inside the night. Through the mist on every window, through the distant taxi beams, I could feel a quiet promise falling softly in between. Where the porch light glows, I will be waiting with a kettle on and a song down low. When the world feels hard and the rain keeps falling, come and lay your worries by the door, you know. From the crowded streets to the midnight shadows, wherever your wandering heart may go, you will always find my arms wide open in that little house where the porch light glows. one small rainy cafe, fogged up glass along the pane. You were tracing hearts and initials, laughing out your lovely name. We were talking about our someday, tiny kitchen, creaking floor, how the night would lose its trouble when you stepped in through the door. With your hands around your teacup and your smile so soft and shy, I could see our future flicker like a lamp against the sky. All the raindrops on the awning beat a gentle, steady time, like a doo-wop choir whispering that one day you would be mine. Where the porch light glows, I will be waiting with a kettle on and a song down low. When the world feels hard and the rain keeps falling, come and lay your worries by the door, you know. From the crowded streets to the midnight shadows, wherever your wandering heart may go, you will always find my arms wide open in that little house where the porch light glows. All the letters that you sent me, ink that trembled on the page, little curves of your handwriting crossing every lonely day. I would read them by the doorway where the soft light used to shine, praying every single evening you'd come home and call it mine. Now your suitcase sits in our room and your dress hangs by the bed. Every wish I ever whispered is the life we live instead. If the city nights grow colder, if your dreams feel far away, darling, keep this picture with you, like a postcard you can't fade. There is always one warm window, there is always one sure light, shining just above the doorstep where I hold you every night. So when raindrops blur the sidewalks and the wind around you blows, close your eyes and feel me near you. I'm the place your heart still knows. Where the porch light glows, I'll still be waiting with a gentle tune and a steady flame. When the years roll by and our hair turns silver, love will answer softly when you call my name. From the crowded streets to the midnight shadows, from the first shy smile to the life we chose, you will always find my arms wide open in our little house where the porch light glows. Porch lights glow.